Gemini, this is kind of exciting. Love call is the first card out here that says expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. This feels like some new love, maybe dating again and getting out there and enjoying yourself. Teddy bear, it feels romantic and youthful. That's what this feels like. Teddy bear out here that says interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, want to date. Yes, yes, yes. Now, this is the thing though, okay? If this is resonating so far and you're getting back out there, you're starting to dating new people, maybe you're on your apps, if that's your thing, maybe you've met somebody through social media or maybe in the store, whatever it is, but this is a fresh energy. It kind of feels like there's a caution about dating practices now. For some of you, you're probably watching this like, I don't even know about what this new school style of dating is, because you have old school out here beneath the deck, and it says outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Okay, so for those of you where you're getting out there dating, it might be a new style of dating or a new cadence or rhythm to dating that might feel a little bit uncomfortable in the beginning because you're getting back out there again for some of you. So be prepared for that. Okay, that's coming up. Now, for some of you, you want to be cautious of any dating delays or connecting with someone, avoid bringing up exes, avoid bringing up the past, because this is a fresh new start for you. Not saying that the person that you're going on a date with right now will be your end all be all. I'm not saying that, could be, but I'm not saying that. It's just that in order for you to walk freshly into this new, you got to let go of the old. That's what this message is indicating to me, with old school being out here. And look, they have the tapes out here. It really showed up and showed out on that image. So just be cautious of that. There's a push to integrate yourself into the new, into right now, this new vibe that you're in. Now, I'm going to get some tarot out here to refine this message. A little bit of housekeeping for you, my lovely Gemini. If anyone is DMing you, private messaging you, trying to get a reading with you, pretending to be me, it is not. Please block and report them. I will never reach out to you to do a reading with you privately, okay? Guide, angel, spirit guides, let's go a little bit deeper here. Tell us more about the vibe that Gemini is in right now. Who are they in this love message? How are they showing up in their love life right now? Thank you, guide, angel, spirit guides. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah, Gemini, I'm not on your back. I love you. I'm your sister. Okay. For some of you, I'm your big sister. For some of you, I'm your little sister. But listen, you gotta let go of the past. It kind of feels like there's a way of doing things. Maybe you had expectations. Maybe you like to be the person to open up the doors or have doors open up for you, or it's kind of like a courting style with calling and messaging, and something about the way that folks are showing up in love right now, it's not quite like that anymore. And that's a hard thing to get through and get over, but it kind of feels like Spirit is wanting you to know that. And then I have the Nine of Wands out here too, right? Whatever this is, this expectation, the expectations that you've been holding on to from the past, because in the past, the music was good in the world, people had a certain decorum about them. I get all of that, but even though it doesn't feel like it most days, humans are naturally progressors. Mankind is a progressive force and energy. I know we could have a whole debate about that. Some people are like, girl, I get it. The point that I'm trying to make right here, though, Gemini, is that change is inevitable, and the style to which people are dating and getting to know people has changed because there's social media, there's AI everywhere, there's these expectations all around, and humans are different. People are so different than who they were prior to COVID, prior to the 80s. We're different. And so It just kind of feels like there's something about your expectations about love and dating that you're holding on to from that good old past that's a little bit outdated now. And you don't want this expectation to kind of create more stress and tension for you, or to make you feel like your success in dating can't be won, right? It kind of feels like this is also, because things are so different, expectations are so different, you're like, I don't know about this. It's starting to have an effect on you of making you feel like you can't have love, or you're not going to be successful, or you're not going to be able to compete. And that's not true. It's normal for everybody, after a relationship, or to get back out there, or to date a new kind of person, to date in a new city, state, country, to have that culture shock a little bit, where it's a little bit different in terms of expectations. But it does not mean that you're not going to be successful. So get out of this, that 9 of Wands in reverse. It's useless. I'm not going to ever find love again. I'm not going to be successful. That's only in your mind. That's a mind game. But it's just times have changed, okay? And it's a practice. But we're going to get some advice out here for you now, Gemini. Guide angel, spirit guides, what advice do you have for my lovely Gemini for dating, for love, for enjoying love, to continue to grow in love, to have all that they desire in their heart, to have all of their heart's desire? God, angel, spirit guides, what do you want Gemini to know? Let's get some advice, and then we will wrap this thing on up. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. What is the advice? Okay. Yep. Anything else? Let's see if we can get something else out here. Okay. So the 2 of Wands. Okay, so this is where the message kind of expands a little bit. Some of you are wanting to date someone who's in a different city, different state, different country. For those of you who are going through that, kind of like lovers in different places, that's going to add another compounding factor, is that might be the newness of it too, is that maybe that's possibly the thing that I'm picking up in terms of why it feels so uncomfortable, is that you're having to date in your long distance, okay, for some of you. But another piece of why this is coming up here, the 2 of Wands, is that it just kind of feels like a progressive energy. The world is in this person's hands. It's going to change. It has changed. And to date right now and to have love right now, it's learning and studying who humans are right now and what those expectations are, but trusting that what it is that you want, you can have it. Okay, this is communication coming through. You started this message off with love call here. So there's a theme here about communication. And there's a theme here about travel and movement too. So I don't know if you have someone that's living in a different place, or you're thinking about moving to be with the person because you're like, this long distance thing is not going to work, or you're thinking about dating people who are in other places right now. But it kind of feels like there is advice to look into that, look into the future. This is exciting energy. There's potential here. Travel, great communication here. And there has to be a death to an old way. There's something from your past, a way of doing things that probably worked really, really well, in the 2010s or pre-COVID, or something that worked really well for you in dating. But in order for you to have this exciting romance, to move forward, to date people that feel good for you right now, and for you to continue to grow and to expand, you have to let go of the old. The only way to move forward and to have this exciting change is to close the door. And I know it's hard, Gemini, but this is important. None of this can happen by holding on to a system or a cycle that's outdated, that does not work for you anymore. And it might take time, but what Spirit is wanting you to know is that the world is yours when you're ready. Opportunity is yours. Love is yours. Exciting love that is, hot and fun and adult, whatever that is for you, it's here. This is exciting. For some of you, it definitely means that you might want to look at love in different places. For some of you, the advice is, if you're thinking about long distance, okay. For some of you, it's about communicating different. The expectations with communication is different than what you had in mind. And that's the change that's required here. But nevertheless, Gemini, It's time to sit with yourself and think about what it is that you really want. There are some sacrifices that are being called upon you, but it's going to be well worth it if you're willing to learn about who you are now in this new season of dating. I love you, Gemini, and I hope I get to see you next week. Take care. Bye.